We can go a long time plugging along as live streamers with not much changing at all. And for a long time, live streaming has just been kind of plodding along. But then occasionally we get a new software that really shakes things up, and it makes you wonder what the old dogs like Streamyard are gonna do about it. Will they survive? Hello my YouTube friends! Streamyard, Restream, and Melon have been the staples of browser live streaming for quite a while now. They're known best for how easy they are to use, especially when you want to do streams where you're gonna add guests. They also eliminate the need for high-end machines to do a live stream. Now the downside to all the easy use stuff is they just aren't very customizable. If having a really slick stream with a lot of overlays, transitions, and scene customization is a thing that you wanted, you usually had to go with a more complicated software like OBS. And adding guests is not an easy task in OBS, but that was the trade-off for all those other features. But now, there's a new browser-based streaming tool that breaks this mold. Not only can you have multiple scenes, transitions, overlays, and layer configurability, but it's a breeze to add a guest. That new software is EVMux. Of course, there's a link in the description down below if you want to check it out for yourself. It's like the halfway house from Streamyard to OBS, and all the features that I mentioned can be had in the free version. I don't even know how that's possible, but that's what they're doing, and I think it makes the future of Streamyard, Restream, and Melon questionable at best. I mean, why would you accept all the limitations of those when you can do much more really easily with EVMux and in the free version? Your guess is as good as mine, but let's take a look at EVMux and I'll show you how easy it is to set up and use. So here's what you get when you first log into EVMux, and it's pretty simple to use. I'm just going to use the single broadcast, and we're going to type test in here to title it. We're going to go to the studio, and when you look over on the left hand side here, you've got dynamic scenes or pro scenes. And pretty much what you get when you use Streamyard, Restream, or Melon is dynamic scene. That's it. That's all you get. You can add your camera to it. It has the lower thirds. You can change the layout. You can go ahead and invite guests right here. All of these things that you can do happens in one scene in Streamyard, Restream, and Melon. The beautiful thing about EVMux is that you can just do that if that's what you want. With dynamic scene, you can basically do anything that you could possibly want to do in Streamyard, Restream, or Melon. You can add videos, you can add a shared screen, you can add guests. You can move your guests around in a very basic way. What makes EVMux unique is Pro Scenes. And Pro Scenes allows you to do exactly what you would do in OBS. And that is to create multiple scenes that you can switch in between and have transitions in between. So what EVMux really does is it gives you all the guest adding features that you get in Streamyard, Restream, or Melon, but it also gives you all of the scene switching features that you get in OBS in a browser-based live streaming tool. Let me show you how it works. So we can just add a scene here, and we can call this scene coming soon, and we can just set it up with a simple template or something like that. Let's put in a countdown. So this would be something that we would switch to immediately when we're starting. We can add new layers to it and all that kind of stuff if we want, but for now, that's our initial countdown. Then we'll do a main scene, and we're just gonna use an empty scene for this, and we can add our camera to it. And there we go. See how it gives us an option here for our camera. It doesn't just have to be filling up the entire screen. It can be as small or as large as we want it to be. So if we wanted to go with the camera up here and maybe put a backdrop in, well, we can do that. We can upload and basically select a media file here. You could do a static background or a background that moves. We're just gonna do this right here, and then we can select it. And all we have to do is move it below our image, and there we go. So now we have that. We could go over here and put banners in there, So all we have to do is, something like this. We could put our chat in there. We could do whatever we want. But now we have our main scene. Let's say we're gonna set it up like my normal live stream and we want a tutorial scene. We can do that. Boom. We can create a new scene. We can add my camera right here. We can shrink that up. So you can see when we shrink it down, our lower third gets a lot bigger. Obviously the lower third works fine there, but it's too big here. So we can right click on it and go in here. We can do custom lower third and go to lower third style, and we could just disable it, or we could make it smaller, whatever we want to do. We're going to just disable it for this scene, and then what we're going to do is we're going to share our screen. So if you wanted to share the audio, you could do it right here. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll share our screen and click share, and then it just comes up down here. We add it to the scene, and we're going to make it big to fill up the background here. And all we have to do is move it below there. And there we go. So now we have a tutorial screen where on this screen right here, we could, be showing OBS tutorials or whatever we want to do. And then all we would really have to do is maybe a closed screen. So we'll do welcome here. We'll create that one. Let's do end. We'll select one here, create, and boom. And obviously it's looking for an image. So we can replace that image if we want. If we find the right one, which I think it's this one here, we have to remove that from the scene. And there we go. And all we have to do is modify our text. See, it gives you the ability, all this stuff is kind of included. All you have to do is select the stuff, makes it really easy to move. Click off it so you can see what you got. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to change the text on here. Bada bing. And we just need to stretch this out a little bit. And there we go. So we've got our countdown. We've got our main screen. We've got our tutorial. And we have an end screen. You can't do anything like this with Streamyard, Restream, or Melon. Now you can also right click on this and add a stinger transition. Needless to say, they have some transitions already loaded up, and if you create your own transitions, you can load them in. So all you have to do is select a transition that you want to use, and we could go and do them all. There we go. So when you are just previewing it like I am right now, you're not going to see those transitions, but when you go live, you're going to see those transitions and how they work. So for me, getting just this, which is what you're going to get from Streamyard, Restream, or Melon, or like this, where you can create your scenes, move your guests wherever you want, have guests in some scenes, not have guests in others, and all those kind of things that you could do with OBS. Well, I don't know. It just seems like this is way beyond what you get with any other browser-based live streaming tools. You can even set up hotkeys. If we go over here, drop this down, we can go into hotkey settings, and we can add hotkeys to this so that you're going to be able to use something like a Stream Deck or whatever, or just hotkeys on your keyboard to switch scenes, activate assets. This is like OBS, except for it's easy to add guests. So you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, this probably costs like so much money. Well, let me show you what you get with the free version. So here are the plans, and you can see in the free plan, and this is, for everyone. You get the Pro Scene Builder. You get 5 gigs of storage. You get up to 12 on-screen participants. Totally free. Fully branded overlays and backgrounds, backstage mode, push to talk, full HD, multi-stream to 2 destinations, lower thirds, banners, tickers, integrated chats, pretty much everything that I've already shown you. On-screen templates, highlight comments, the virtual background, so yes, you can remove your background if you don't have a green screen. Screen sharing, slideshows. Now it does have some streaming limits, you can see there. 2 hours for each live and a total of 30 hours per month with the free version. And you do get the watermark. But none of the other services offer anywhere near 12 participants on your screen for free in full HD. So if you don't mind having the watermark and a couple of limits on streaming, you never have to pay a single dime. And if you upgrade for 20 bucks a month, you get all the stuff that you have for free with unlimited streaming hours. And 20 bucks a month is about the same as what you're already paying for Streamyard or Restream or Melon. And with this, you get something that is much, much more customizable. It's absolutely incredible. You want me to do a more complete, full-featured review of what you can actually do in EVMux, you should definitely let me know down in the comments below. And of course, we have a link in the description so you can go check out EVMux for yourself, totally free. See what I mean? It has a lot of the OBS functionality plus the ease of Streamyard, Restream, and Melon. If you want to learn more about EVMux, you should check this video out. Big thanks to all the sponsors that support this channel. You can find their links down below in the description under the heading sponsors. I couldn't possibly do this without them or you, so thanks. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.